You would not believe the fancy frittata that she just made in the kitchen. We have some friends a couple spaces over behind us. We're here at Pipestem, but anyway, they were a couple spaces over from us, and they had their own farm, and they gave us some fresh eggs from their farm. Their name were the Salems. Very nice people.
Thank you, guys.
Enjoy talking to them, and thank you very much. But Dee just made a fancy frittata, or you said you can also call it a spinach.
It's officially an Italian spinach pie, but what Italian pies are, frittatas are, quiches are, they're pies. So
it's mostly egg based.
Egg based, and now all of the animals are coming toward us.
Yeah, I'm going to put this thing back out again.
Yeah, I'll put it close.
Right there. Okay.
Because we're going to swallow gnats if we don't. Oh, here comes another one, and it looks like a rock one.
Yeah, we just had a fifth wheel. I think it's over.
He's on 81.
Okay.
And
we went to the gift shop yesterday, and we got fancy cups from Pipestem. We didn't have any Pipestem cups. So these things have kind of a hand
stoneware
pottery thing, although yeah, they're probably mass produced, but hey, it's a stoneware
an ombre looking type of pattern. Very rustic, so very us.
So we are very rustic, so there we are.
I don't know what my hair's doing, but just ignore it.
Well, I don't even have any, so you should be doing just anyway, coffee at Pipestem once again.
This is probably very strong coffee.
It is. It's
because Dee Dee was thinking, oh, I'm doing big
cups.
mugs, looking right at these the whole time.
But anyway, we were just going to talk about, like you said, we've been here for a couple of weeks, and we were just going to talk about how things were. We had 2 or 3 days of really nice weather like this, and then all of a sudden we had a week
of a monsoon.
And, but I mean, as a matter of fact, I think I'm going to do a separate video of just the type of weather we had, because we had rain, but we also had snow, and we also had a hailstorm.
A major hailstorm.
So it was just kind of like,
that
wow.
Sounds quite detrimental to your camper as you are inside. Just
it was smaller hailstones. It didn't seem like anything got damaged, but it was really entertaining. The cat was wondering what to do with it. We got a little bit of video of her wondering what was going on, but
she was just like, what is that, Mom?
Yeah, and then she jumps up on our laps and cuddles to make sure she's safe, so that's fun.
We had to protect her.
Yeah, but at any rate, this has been an amazing trip.
It has.
We've had our camper now for
we had the 2-year anniversary while we've been here.
It's our second year of camping, and so in this particular camper. So it's we're starting to get a feel for how the flow and how we use it and whatever. And we found there were things that we needed to make it better for the way we use it, and then we also found that there were things that we thought we were going to be using that we didn't end up using, and it just doesn't happen. And we made some modifications on the interior of it this time.
So you're welcome, Goodwill.
Yeah, and so whenever we have something we don't use, it generally goes to Goodwill. But we have we modified the table, which that video has already come out, turned it sideways. We also took out the stock couches that were in it, and bought a love seat that has 2 recliners in it, and then got a television stand type credenza thing across from us.
Yeah.
And it is so much more comfortable and so much nicer to use.
So much more. It is. It just has 2 seating, or seating for 2 people. In the
1, 2.
In the slide out, there are no longer sitting areas, but we did get an ottoman, one of those that can fold up or put it, but you unfold it, and that's where we keep our water in extra pop whatever, and it sits in just under the television which those are cabinets we rarely use. We keep things in it that we rarely need. And so those that can accommodate really two people can sit in those. And we have like the saddle seat stools for our table.
Because we not only turn it around, we raise it up several inches to where it's about
Absolutely.
countertop height now. A Flagstaff.
Flagstaff, that's our family of camper.
Yep.
Hi! That's our family of camper, and that's probably the 26th. I bet they're going right beside us here.
Maybe so. You're gonna have to, boy, it's kind of a small spot.
Yeah, but he can go all the way back. We're going to have neighbors, and they have the same type of
There we go. Nice.
camper that we have.
Nice.
Yeah, as long
Wish
as
I
he-
was that good at it.
Well, they just
Wish I could park that well.
well, he's just going in and
Yeah.
out. So no,
And
that's
made it.
now that's
That's
probably the equivalent of the 2606. I'm
Yeah.
thinking of the
Sounds like
Rockwood.
Flagstaff, so it means you
So-
really tighten the toe.
Mhm.
Yay.
Hey, there you go.
Yeah.
But anyway, we have really pared down a lot of the furniture, and the furniture we chose to put back in it is nice for storage. Around our table where we turned it around, it's rectangle shaped, so we turned it around long ways against the window, and we put two bookcase type of
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what they are. Bookcases.
bookcases.
Like short bookcases.
Yeah. And that has afforded us a place for 8 nice 11 by 11 little storage totes, and a lot of
ton of them.
my lighter kitchen utensils and things are in there. So it has really afforded a lot of kitchen storage that was not available. While there's a lot of storage in our kitchen, this was not. This offers better storage.
One of the things that you can say is a constant of the universe is every time you want to make a video, there's always a diesel that appears and and starts making noise close to your video. But that's okay because this is camping and that's part of
That's part of
camping.
it.
Part of the campings.
Well, they're going to
So,
be closer.
Yeah, there we go. But anyway, we've been having a really good time. We've again, a lot of us just been here relaxing. This week we've had more of a chance to have some fires. We didn't get to hardly have any last week. And you know, we've cooked over the fire a bit, and like you say, cooked inside a lot more than what we
Yes.
had because. And one of the things that we talked about, we had gotten this 50-inch television and thought, hey, we got the television stand, we could totally have that, you know, in here and watch TV.
Mhm.
And then we looked at ourselves before we put it in there and said, okay, are we going camping or are we going somewhere to watch television? And we decided, okay, we're just going to use that 50 at home, and we have a 32-inch and we're happy with it. But we watched more television last week because of all the rain and everything.
Yeah.
We watched the North and South miniseries from
Book 1,
yeah,
2,
and 3, and we've watched continued to watch the Emergency
Yeah.
television series, which was you know, back in the 70s, and
That was a childhood, you know, series that we both watched.
Yep.
My family adamantly watched it every Saturday
yeah,
night.
so did we, but it was really a
Cool
really good show.
memories.
And so we enjoyed watching it, and so we did that, and so we watched a movie or two and things like that. But we actually have the television angled. Before it was perpendicular to the two couches, but now the way we're sitting, we've actually got the left seat angled slightly and the TV angled slightly, and so even though it's catty cornered, they're actually facing the television
Yes.
with the new left seat with the recliners. And we made a platform for the kitty
Yes.
behind the recliners,
She has a perfect
right
place.
in the window.
and she's right up in the window there, and she can see everything that's going on in the on the campsite.
Yep.
And we think she can sort of see us depending on where we sit around the fire ring when we're out there.
And
So
everything like that. So that's a very, very good thing.
yeah, and she is an excellent little camping pet. Um, she never wants outside. There's just too much activity that makes her nervous. So she never runs the door or anything like that. But she is so happy to be with us. And she's very attached to us as we are to her. So it's a blessing to have her here with us. And I know it's a blessing for her. She travels well. She's traveled to Florida, Sarasota, Florida, and back, and has done excellent. We've had her in hotels. We've had her in her stroller in, I think, I know Cracker Barrel, and I thought a Shoney's or a restaurant that's like a Shoney's. They were just so welcoming to her. Of course, she sat in her stroller and slept while we ate, so it wasn't like she was causing issues anyway.
But that is another couple of pieces of equipment we were taking with us, hauling everywhere that we didn't really need in this type of trip, because she wants to stay inside the camper. She's not
She
interested.
does.
Plus, dogs are everywhere whenever you go
Everywhere.
camping, so you don't want to end up with the dog getting after your kitty.
No.
And so she's
No.
happy inside, and so that was just extra pieces. Besides the probably reduction in weight that came from furniture changes that we
Removing the
made,
furniture.
we probably saved 300-400 pounds just on other things
Absolutely.
we found we were not using in the camper. I mean, we weren't
Yeah.
using when we camped, because
We
we
pared
don't.
down our cast iron, which cast iron is predominantly what we cook with. We have a smaller set of stainless steelware Salad Master cookware. However, other than making the occasional pasta, everything, whether it be on the fire ring or whether it be inside, is cooked with cast iron, either seasoned or enameled cast iron. We're just cast iron people, and that is not light cookware. So we had to pare down just a little bit.
Well, we got, and again, we have some different things. I'm trying to think what other things we may have gotten rid of, but there were just things we found we weren't using. And
Well,
we take longer trips. We like 2-week trips, stuff like that. And so we don't just go for the weekend and then go back out. We go and we just move in for a couple of weeks.
absolutely.
And so that's our favorite thing to do. So it's not the same as it would be with somebody doing a whole lot of short-term trips.
Absolutely.
We take 2 or 3 or maybe 4 2-week trips during the course of the year. Just move in and live there, and just enjoy it and just sit back and,
Well, in terms of paring down and taking out weight, the one main piece of furniture in our slide out was the hide-a-bed sofa. And while it was only love seat size, those are heavy.
All metal
Because, just because they're a hide-a-bed, I don't think their recliner would have been this heavy. But those hide-a-beds, wow, are they heavy. So I would say we cut the weight in half at least, right?
Yeah, I would say.
Yeah.
Another thing too that this was not really noticed, but it was intentional. But I wasn't thinking about it in terms of camping. I lost 40 pounds since our last trip,
Yes, he
and
did.
so that's another 40 pounds out of
I've
the
lost
camping
7.
thing. So close to 50 pounds less just in us.
Just in us.
It's intentional, it was intentional. and
We
it was planned,
can't
but-
vouch for the kitty
Yeah,
because
well-
she's round and portly.
Yeah.
So
But they said she was okay health-wise at the vet, so.
she's about 12
you know.
pounds.
But
for
anyway,
a
we
little
lost
bit.
about 4 times as much weight as what she is,
Yeah.
so we're good.
So we're
That's the way it
doing
goes.
well.
Yeah, it's a good thing. So anyway, so that was some extra weight. But anyway, again, we got our fancy cups here that we
Yes,
like.
we
Like you say,
do.
they're very stoneware. They look handmade, but
Yeah.
I suspect it's probably a if you look at them, they're probably shaped exactly the same. I'm sure
I
they're.
don't know. There's a lot of
Yeah.
rough
Check
edges.
yours in that same spot.
No.
Yeah,
There,
see,
there
yep, there it
are indentations, but not in the same spots.
Yeah, the finish seems different around them, but hey, we like the camp style cups, but
Yes.
these are very nice. This is a good Pipestem cup. Now we don't get one everywhere we go. We're just the special places. We have West Virginia camper bugs, of course, which we used in another video, but Pipestem's been our place since what, '85. So
Yes.
we just went, and we never bought really hardly any cups from here.
No.
So.
And we also got a Christmas tree ornament in the shape of an old-fashioned, like canned ham camper that says Pipestem. So that'll go on our tree this year. So we've never bought things like that. An occasional T-shirt or sweatshirt down through the years, but those kind of things we haven't purchased. So those were kind of two good purchases. We're going to be back in October, and so obviously these will be used quite a bit. So that'll be nice.
And we'll be using our West Virginia camper cups too. But since you'd never seen these, we decided we would put these on there.
And being in Pipestem campground, it's just appropriate.
Apropos, yes, it is appropriate. So anyway, that's kind of the way things are going right now. But it's been a wonderful trip. We're going home in a couple of days, and you just. It seems like to me you can be here for a couple of weeks, and all of a sudden you just still don't want to go home. No, believe me, for those of you that camp like shorter periods, like 3 or 4 days through a long weekend or something like that, 2 weeks later you still don't want to go home. Just saying.
No. If you think that it's difficult to leave after a weekend, it is still just as difficult.
It is.
After having a lot of time, it just, you want to stay. We love our camper. We could live in our camper. We could be tiny home dwellers.
Camper-y people. So it's a good thing.
So, yeah.
Okay. There's people over there. They spit their slide out, and on the inside of the slide is a decal that says "Home is where you park it."
And that's what our rug says.
That's what our rug says on it.
Our rug says that. So,
okay.
and it's
anyway,
true.
We shall cut it out since I don't think there's anything else to talk about. But anybody, once again, thank you to the Salems for the fresh
eggs.
Farm eggs that they gave to us.
They
that we
made a
the frittata
delicious frittata.
It was pretty fancy. So